So how do you work with viewports in your AutoCAD 2011? Well, you'll notice we've got our model tab as we've had in previous exercises, plus the general arrangement layout and the door arrangement layout. What I'm going to do now is create a new layout first of all. That's very easy to do. I just right click here and say that I want to do a move or copy there. And I'm going to create a copy of the door arrangement layout, and I'm going to move it to the end of the list, and I'm going to OK that there. There's my door arrangement too. I'm going to right click there and I'm going to go to rename. And I'm going to rename that as a window detail. So put window there and then detail like so, and then I press enter. When I click on window detail here, it's showing the doors. Now what I'm going to do is delete the original viewport there because I need to show you how to create a viewport. So I click on that, and when I select an object like that, I can erase it by using this command here. The erase command on the modify panel on the home tab on the ribbon. So I click on erase and that viewport's gone. Now, viewports. Which tab on the ribbon do you think they'll be on? Well, we've got view there. Maybe we should check it out. When I click on view, you'll notice we go to a different part of the ribbon with different commands. And there's a viewports panel right here. And we want a new viewport. So when I click on new, we get our viewports dialog appear. I'll just drag that to the center of the screen for you. We can have different standard viewport configurations. A single one, two vertical, two horizontal, and so on. So I've got various different configurations there. What I'm going to go for is basically a single viewport right now. I could go for two vertical and have two vertical viewports showing in the space that I select, or I could go for two horizontal. That might be useful to show different window arrangements. So let's go for two horizontal. We then need to specify some spacing between our viewports there. So I'm going to go for 5mm on my sheet of paper in my layout tab, and I'm going to OK that. Now it prompts me to specify the first corner of the space where I want the viewports to go. I'm going to utilize my object snaps here. Now these are down on the status bar, just there. Make sure your object snaps are on, and by default you should be able to snap to that endpoint there, left click, and then snap to that endpoint there, left click. And there's our two vertical, horizontal viewports. We did look at vertical, didn't we? But these are actually horizontal. Be careful when you're going into that viewport dialog. It's a very easy mistake to make. There's vertical, there's horizontal. They're right next to each other. Make sure you get the right ones. I'll just cancel that there. Now, two viewports. I can now double click in this viewport and activate it. When I double click away from it, that deactivates it. Or, remember, I can go down here, paper, or model. Yeah, if I click there, look, I can work between viewports. So let's work with the top viewport. I'm going to roll on the wheel on my mouse. That zooms me in and out. And then if I hold down the wheel, I can pan, as long as I've got that wheel held down. So I'll just pan and zoom like that. There's one window. Click in this viewport, pan upwards, roll inwards to zoom in like so. So there's my two viewports placed, and I can toggle between the two like that. So that's how you place your viewports. But obviously they're not to recognize scales yet. Next exercise in this particular section, we will learn how to scale our viewports so they're at recognized scales.